Hello. Today I want to discuss with you about Shungite, and I'm going to do a follow-up video, I think even today, on Shungite and EMFs and 5G. But today, for right now, I'm going to share with you my crystals. I tried to find a good pic of it, but the thing with it, like looking at it, it's black, and I guess maybe you guys can see this, but the pictures that I saw, it looks so shiny that you couldn't tell it was black, or at least maybe just my eyes. So this is a piece of Shungite. They're relatively inexpensive. Now this is raw, and I'm going to show you one more. This one is tumbled, so it's got a smoother surface and everything. And they say that this is going to be more valuable one day than gold. And I can kind of see that, because the thing with Shungite, it helps us, humanity, in so many ways. A biggie, right? Our water supplies have been contaminated, a lot of them. So I want to discuss with you, Shungite has the amazing ability to clean water from almost all impurities and organic compounds like bacteria, metals, pesticides. How cool is that, right? Because of the pesticides run off into our water, and harmful organisms. So I'm really psyched about this crystal. I've been working with it for some time now, and I can find it in a lot of locations. I sell it on my store that I have on part of www.danielladecastro.com. So I sell it personally on my website. I guess, I don't know what you call it. It's not like I'm harvesting it, but I'm like the in-between person. I've found it locally. So here's the thing. It does look a lot like tourmaline, all right? So the woman that I bought it from last time, the young woman, was pretty cool. She grabbed it just to make sure it wasn't tourmaline, and she went like that. It's a hollow sound, and it's a lot lighter than tourmaline. Tourmaline is more dense, okay? Tourmaline's great too, but this one cleans up our water, all right? So Shungite cleans water, neutralizes impurities. This crystal is extremely absorbent, and that's a really cool thing with it, right? So it takes out the toxins and the impurities like a filter. It's highly effective in drawing contaminants from the water, so it attracts it almost like a sponge to itself, right? Now, it's very important, stay till the end so you realize how to take care of your Shungite so it can better take care of you. Because yes, it's amazing to clear water up, but also how do you take care of it? Because just like a regular filter, if you don't take care of your filter in your pitcher of water or something, or part of the fridge or under the sink, it's going to contaminate your water even more so if you don't replace it, or if you don't, like, I guess you can care for the Shungite before you replace it. So scientists have concluded Shungite is non-toxic. Yay, that's a positive thing. And I know when I was in New York recently, there's a lot of chlorine in the water. This will actually take the chlorine out of the water. And I know people are like, oh yeah, we're not going to get sick from our water. But chlorine's not good to ingest. That's your drinking water. It's not good. So to use Shungite would be highly effective to clear the contaminants. I have seen them in a little bag, and I don't think I have my crystals on me. Sorry. So anyway, in a little bag, net bag or some mesh bag, you can have almost like a powder, or not quite a powder, but small pieces of Shungite, and the water runs through it, and that's how some people say to use it. For me, it's a little bit different. I put either a nicer size piece in that, or you could throw a couple of pieces in there. I put the crystals in the bottom of a large pitcher of water, a gallon of water, and then I leave it for about 48 hours. And by the time that you just let it be, right, you just set it aside for 48 hours. I mean, yes, you do want to rinse these first with water. You put the stones in the bottom of your container, leave it for 48 hours. Yeah, take care of itself. And the next thing, after 48 hours, you can drink the water, and it's delicious. Not only does it purify it, and you can say, oh yeah, sure, but it tastes delicious. Okay, so that's amazing. Now let's get to the part of caring for your Shungite. So you could charge your crystals every month during the full moon. I did come across some research that said that put them once a month in the sun to charge. The only thing with that, I've bleached some crystals, and as one person said to me, the crystals most of the time are in the earth, right? So dark cool seems to be a better match for them. So to me, what I would be more comfortable doing is putting them by a tree, right? Put them in a spot where you're going to be able to find them again too. Putting them by a tree and charging them more during the full moon to receive energy. But also you do have to put these outside every now and then, especially if you're using them a lot. I would suggest doing it once a month. If you do it occasionally, then you could probably wait 6 months, right? And especially if you're rotating them out, which I do. When I'm really being a good girl and taking care of things, I have different jugs that I rotate. So, but some people say that it needs to be replaced every month. I'm going to say use your discernment. A lot of these videos teach you how to listen to your higher self, to your inner voice. Use your discernment and when you should be charging your crystals, and if it feels right to you to put it by a tree. I love dealing with trees, working with trees, but you want it to, the contaminants that it picks up, that's why you want to put it by a tree and let it just sit for a while to clear, right? To release all the toxins that it has actually picked up. And like I said, if you have a nice chunk, I think it can go longer, or if you rotate them. What else did I want to say to you? So make sure you take care of your crystals, because if you want them to take care of you, you got to take care of them. Now, coming across this research, one of the things that I really, really loved was the water from Lake Onega, Onega in Russia, can safely be used for drinking without any prior cleansing. That's a lake in Russia. And the reason for that is because the presence of Shungite, right? So a lot of the Shungite that you're going to find comes out of Russia. And I just was like, wow, like talk about the proof in the pudding. The water you can drink right from it because it's clear. And that's another thing that came up. Even if the water visually looks dirty, it's like cloudy and stuff like that, when you put Shungite in there, it actually clears up the water. But it takes bacteria out, the other contaminants, let's see. It will pull out all impurities, organic compounds, bacterial, metals, pesticide, and harmful organisms. Like, how much out there can do that? You know what I mean? And I really was excited to see that it pulls out the chlorine and everything. I thought there was more things that I had come across that it pulled out, and it actually puts potassium back into the water. I thought that was very, very cool too. So I hope this video has helped you in getting more information on Shungite, to realize that, you know what, this might be something that you want to start bringing into your routine. Now, the next video after this, I'm going to do my research. I know that it helps. I've done things in the past with Shungite, with EMFs and 5G, so that's going to be my very next video, because apparently a lot of people are interested in, it's like aha moment with Shungite. Again, not very expensive. You can probably get it from your local shops, but right now the world is on, lockdown. So go to my website if you want to order it that way, www.danieladecastro.com, and I'll put it in the comments. And I hope you guys can see this. So many blessings to you. Namaste.